Weather team is keeping you up to date with the latest information. From your morning commute to your afternoon drive, we're on your side, streaming on your favorite devices. WLBT First Alert Weather Plus. WLBT's First Alert Weather Team is committed to your safety with 6 hours of continuous team coverage.
This is a relentless storm, Dave.
We're fortunate we all made it out alive.
And our network of sky cams across the state alerting you to danger, bringing you live footage of tornadoes as they touch down in Wathau County.
Look at this, Chase. Guys, look at that.
This is ground zero almost. I mean, this is really hard to stomach, like I said.
We take our commitment to being on your side seriously, and together, we're Mississippi Strong. Weekdays, stream First Alert Weather Plus.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us.
WLBT's First Alert Weather Team is keeping you up to date with the latest information. From your morning commute to your afternoon drive, we're on your side, streaming on your favorite devices. WLBT First Alert Weather Plus.
Hello.
Hi there. I was going to say good morning. I had it in my mind plan. Good morning. No, thankfully it's 2:30 p.m.
Maybe it was the coffee word that threw you off.
Yes. Iced coffee cast. I usually use this in the morning, but if you are the type of person that needs caffeine at this time of day, basically if you're Elise, instead of being like me.
I need caffeine at all times of day.
Like a good person. I only drink coffee in the morning. A good sleep person. A good sleep person. I
also sleep good.
I take the medical advice. You're not supposed to drink coffee if you how many hours?
10 hours before you go to bed.
Exactly. So like a good sleep person, I don't drink coffee this afternoon. But if you're going to be like Elise, maybe grab the bucket.
Yeah, I always say make it a bucket. This time I'm saying make it ice because it's pretty hot out there. Temperature's at 93 right now. It's feeling closer to the triple digits across most of the area this afternoon. Still don't have any heat alerts for you. And we have a few, maybe we have some showers close by. Yeah, a couple of showers.
A little bit.
Nothing crazy though. Not anywhere close to the coverage that we had yesterday. Are we expecting to see today?
Hour by hour shows that most of those showers kind of just really short-lived, very spotty, and dissipating very quickly overnight. So we're going to see calm conditions over the evening and throughout much of the day on your Friday, starting off dry, but pretty much just a few hours around the late afternoon, early evening, perhaps a few stray showers, but likely even less than what we're seeing today. We're getting into kind of a dry period over the next few days, having some high pressure build in. And that'll last through the weekend as well. Notice also very minimal rainfall in store for your Saturday. Kind of just very short-lived.
Yeah, it looks like though we might get some better rain chances at the end of the weekend. So today, tomorrow, I want to change this because I don't want you to get confused at the wording. The same conditions we'll have today are going to continue through Saturday. Low to mid 90s, still not too hot or muggy. The end of the weekend is when we start to see muggier conditions make their way in, temperatures in the mid 90s, and then a little bit more rain as well. And it's not going to be a washout or anything like that, but slight uptick in rain chances for Sunday, and then an even better chance for rain Monday and into next week.
Right. We can see that here, kind of a longer range weather model, Sunday evening, especially seeing some more of those scattered showers and storms, and the uptick in the rain chances kind of increasing into the start of your next week, or at least lasting into the start of your next week. Monday, Tuesday, still seeing those scattered showers possible.
Overall, these are starting to agree a little bit better now. So we'll say maybe between an inch and an inch and a half of rain. Earlier it said half an inch to an inch and a half, which was a pretty big discrepancy. In any event, it's again not a washout, but some decent rain chances that really start to pick up more once we get into the end of the weekend and continue into next week.
Yes, and I do think this will be welcome rain, especially if we look at our temperatures. We're going to need a few of those spotty showers
Yeah.
just at the right time, though, later on in the afternoon, so we don't just get that uptick in humidity when the sun comes back out, because it can be kind of tricky with these storms. But at least temperatures consistent. It's not going to be too much hotter. Mid to lower to mid 90s pretty much throughout the next 10-day forecast. Although getting a little bit warmer at times into the mid 90s. Of course, it always will feel much warmer, especially next week. So when we see actually an uptick in humidity across the area, we're going to have more moisture moving in, and that will cause us to feel comfortably into those, or not comfortably, I should say consistently, feel consistently in the 100s. Whereas the end of this week, a lot of upper 90s to some spots kind of breaking into lower hundreds. Next week, consistently hundreds across the board, likely. Maybe even above 105 in many spots.
So we'll probably have heat alerts back by next week. We don't have those right now. It is hot, it is muggy, but this is comfortable, to use Annea's word, compared to where we'll be sitting next week. I would say
the word that I was imagining in my brain was widespread, and the word that my mouth said was comfortable. So there's that.
Maybe because we're just gonna get there. We're just gonna sit there. That
yes,
sounds like we're just getting cozied up in there in the triple digits. Just gonna hang out there.
Right. What I was thinking,
I'm following.
It was probably consistency. Yeah, I think it's like, we're gonna pick a number and we're just gonna stay there.
Yeah, that's kind of what it seems like.
We're gonna get comfortable at 93 in the afternoon, 102 or whatever for the heat index.
Yeah,
but not comfortable for humans.
Right.
Apparently comfortable for the atmosphere. Been kind of in a little pattern here.
Yeah, that's true. In any event, I'm more comfortable in the air conditioning. I will continue to stay in it. But some slight changes to our first alert forecast, slightly better rain chances, slightly muggier conditions. Otherwise, not too much to talk or worry about. I didn't put the tropics in there. If you want to open it, it's right there at the end.
Okay. It's been busy for the past week. Thankfully, not close to us though. Pretty far away, but still. A lot that the National Hurricane Center is watching over in the Atlantic.
Yeah, and then at the middle to end of this month, there's a little bit of chatter in the models and from the National Hurricane Center from the Climate Prediction Center that maybe we start to see some stuff that gets closer to the Caribbean, and that could eventually lead to some stuff that gets closer to the Gulf and therefore closer to us. So we will be keeping a closer eye. For now, yes, there's a lot of activity. None of it is going to be impactful to our weather here at home, but we will keep a close eye on it in case something just decides to take a turn and do something weird, because it can do that.
Yes. And mentioning the end of the month from a purely kind of historical and climatological standpoint,
yeah,
that's very normal. Yeah. Whenever we do see hurricanes moving into the Gulf, it's late August, early September-ish through October is when we see those. So don't be surprised. It's just we're going to kind of have to we've been keeping a close eye all summer, but a closer eye on specifically kind of the Gulf Coast region and the Eastern Coast all the way over to Florida during this time of year. We usually see it early fall, late summer kind of thing. So you guys know the drill.
Yep. That's pretty much it for our first alert forecast at the moment. You might catch an A on Studio 3 here in about 23 minutes.
Right. I'll be here regardless.
Yeah, she'll be here behind the scenes in any event. Yeah. And I'll be on WLBT News starting at 4 and 4:30. Chief Meteorologist Dave Robertson at 5 and 6. You guys know the drill. We're back here at 6:30 with one more digital forecast. And then we'll do it all over again tomorrow. So you guys have a great rest of your Thursday. Continue to enjoy these relatively calm, relatively comfortable summer conditions. I know it's hot and muggy, but it's not as bad as it's going to be next week. So soak it up.
Right.
Bye.